What's up, YouTube? It's a beautiful day here. We're walking to the gym. We got some time to talk, and today I'd like to discuss a little bit about nutrition and the animal-based diet. Now, I know there's a lot of information out there regarding diet, regarding nutrition, certain things to eat, what not to eat, and it can get confusing, and I understand that. So I just want to give you an inside scoop of how I feel and what I've been doing with the animal-based diet, what it consists of, why I chose it, and some recommendations for you. So let's get into it. So in a nutshell, what the animal-based diet is it's eating the most nutrient-dense food on the planet, single ingredient, whole foods. And what that consists of is, well, let's talk about what it doesn't consist of. So it is considered slightly an elimination diet, meaning we're cutting out all processed junk. We're cutting out all seed oils, all junk food. Anything that your great-grandmother wouldn't recognize the name of the ingredient, I definitely would not eat it. It's not recommended. It's gonna cause inflammation. It's gonna mess up your gut health. And that's just not what this diet's all about. So the animal-based diet is kind of like an ancestral way of eating. This was become famous and well known by Paul Saladino. The term animal-based was actually coined by Joe Rogan on one of the podcasts. So there's like plant-based and then there's animal-based. So the animal-based diet is the carnivore diet on steroids in a way. So it's like the better version of the carnivore diet, in my humble opinion. And now I must say, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm not a nutritionist, so full disclaimer there. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you guys my experience and the way I feel about things. So it's meat, it's fruit, it's dairy, it's honey, and it's organs. Now, meat, we got steaks and beef, chicken, poultry, turkey, we got fish, we got pork. I don't really eat much pork, but we got pork as part of it, and we got some eggs. When it comes to the meat products, you know, single ingredient food, you get it at a butcher, you get it at the grocery store, you get what you can afford. Now, the best thing to do is to get grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised meat, pasture-raised eggs, the highest quality meat. If you're able to link up with a farmer, that's a huge benefit too. I've recently been going to the farmer's market with my grandmother, getting my milk there, and I've been talking to a couple different farmers about what they're feeding their cows, how they're raising their cows, and really inquiring about getting a half cow, full cow, something like that. So the quality of the meat is so important, because the omega-3 complex, all the different micronutrients, it gets affected by what the animal is eating. And if a chicken's eating basically the McDonald's version of chicken food, I mean, the meat's just not going to be as healthy, and it's not going to be as healthy for you. So our goal is to optimize our life, and our goal is to be the best version of ourselves. So let's put the best food in our body. So we covered meat. Next we'll get into the fruit, berries, bananas, dates, avocados, melons, watermelons, cantaloupe, mangoes, apples, kiwis, basically any fruit you can imagine. It's pretty cool being in the Northeast. You basically get to eat whatever's in season, and it's super fresh. I like to eat berries pretty much on a daily basis, bananas, all that good stuff. But recently I've been put onto dates, I've been put onto pomegranate seeds. And listen, you don't know what's out there until you try it, and it's so good. It's so good. The fruit's adding so much fiber for you, and it really helps with your digestive tract. And the good thing about fruit is it tastes like candy, literally tastes like candy on a daily basis. And because the type of sugar complex that's in it, it doesn't spike your blood glucose, so it doesn't spike up your insulin all day, every day. So your energy levels kind of stay the same. You're satiated because you're eating low calorie fruit, which is full of a lot of water and a lot of antioxidants. And it's really the best part of the diet, in my opinion. Mixing up the fruit, the beautiful colors, beautiful taste, the different textures, the crunch, the sweet. So yeah, organic fruit, getting the organic fruit is so important. Out of all the things I'm gonna say today, and I know there's other health experts out there, and I'm not a health expert, but there are health experts out there that would agree that eating the fruit that's organic is so important. It's probably more important to get organic than anything else, because they're spraying them with pesticides. And one recent tip that I've learned is you gotta even make sure that the organic fruit is product of USA and not product of Mexico, product of Peru, because even to pass through the border, they're spraying them with pesticides. So be careful when you're purchasing your produce. Dairy, raw dairy preferably, and that means cheese, raw cheese, pecorino romano, parmigiano reggiano, manchego cheese, gruyere cheese, raw cheddar. I mean, it's pretty easy to find raw cheese in the supermarket, especially around here. Raw milk is tough. Whole milk, we like to have whole fats. We're not scared of the saturated fats. It's nutrient dense and it's got all the healthy stuff in there, but it's hard to find whole milk that's raw, especially here. I think it's illegal to sell in New York, but you can go to a farmer, you can ask around, there's always a way to find it. I've been having A2 milk. There's better enzymes in it, healthier on the gut, it's easier to digest. And Greek yogurt, I'm telling you, Greek yogurt is literally the easiest thing to eat. You mix it with a little bit of protein, grass-fed protein, and some berries, and it's like having dessert every day. So that's pretty much it with the dairy products. Just cheese, milk, and yogurt, and honey. So raw, organic, glyphosate-free honey, which it's like nature's gold. It's really the best thing. It's like the best condiment. It's like you have sugar beef, sugar eggs. It makes everything so sweet, and so, you know, it gives you that nice little texture and that nice sweetness. Again, like fruit, it doesn't spike your blood glucose. It doesn't spike your insulin. So honey's a huge major key. What I've noticed is that with the honey, having raw local honey, especially if you get it from the farm or you get it from a local store, I noticed my allergies have not been so bad. I feel great. I'm not as nasally. I'm able to breathe through my nose a lot better. I'm not sneezing. My eyes aren't as runny, and I think in part that's due to the honey. And the last topic is going to be raw organs, or organ supplement: heart, liver, kidney, bone marrow. I don't really take the actual organ and eat it. I've been taking desiccated organs as a capsule from Heart and Soil. It's the easiest way to get the most nutrient dense food and vitamins into your system. I don't take a synthetic vitamin. I take my liver and bone marrow capsule, and it's easy. I just eat it with my food and I call it a day. We used to eat nose to tail as and you know, cavemen, and moving on, and all of a sudden they kind of changed everything and we stopped eating liver and we're just eating muscle meat, you know, steak meat, all that kind of stuff. So it's really important that we get that stuff back into our diet, and if you can just take it as a supplement, it makes life a lot easier. So that's just a quick breakdown of what the animal-based diet entails, and who am I to be disclosing this information? Well, I've been in the fitness field for about 15 years, doing different diet plans, carb cycling, high carb, high fat, keto, paleo, all that good stuff. I've tried carnivore, and what I've noticed is that this diet, I mean, I feel the best on it. I feel like my skin's the best on it. I've been sleeping the best on it, and I'm so satiated. It's so easy not to cheat. Like, you're eating like a king literally every single day. You're eating fruit, you're eating steaks, you're eating whole eggs, Like, how can you feel any better when you have like this, you get like that thick coating from the saturated fat in your mouth that you just feel so good all the time, and you're so satiated and you're so satisfied with every meal that you eat that to me it's the best. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and that's my thoughts on the animal-based diet. So I left a couple things out there. First thing is, a lot of people ask me is about snacking and what they're able to eat as a snack, and I don't really snack. I mean, I have some beef jerky, I'll have some fruit, and that's basically it. When you're eating pretty large meals like you guys see on my posts, there's really no need to snack. You're full, you're satiated. But yeah, some beef jerky, some fruit, you know, anything along the lines of that. Keeping it clean, keeping it single ingredient. And the second thing is sustainability. I mean, this diet's not for everybody. I'm not saying you have to try the animal-based diet. I always think it's worth it to try something, because you don't know how you're going to respond until you try something for an extended period of time. But you give it a try, and if it's not for you, listen, you can do an elimination diet and eliminate all the bullshit and start with just single ingredient food, and then you do like a month of that, and then you reintroduce different foods and see how your body responds to it. Listen, you're living with yourself. You understand how your bowels are moving. You know how your energy level is after you eat. You know how your poop looks, like, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? You know how your digestive tract's working. You know what food's making you feel good, making you not feel good. I used to track my macros, and I think it's really important to have a food scale and track your macros and kind of know what you're eating, what you're not eating, how much you're eating, carbs, fats, proteins, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you're in a deficit, in a surplus, whatever your goals are. But with this diet, I haven't even had to track my macros. I kind of know where I'm at and the amount of food and what I'm eating throughout a day to get to my calories. And it's pretty nice. You don't feel like a slave to the food, you know? I don't eat vegetables, but what I eat eats the vegetables. I let my cows eat the grass because I don't want to eat the grass. So they have multiple stomachs. Listen, cows have multiple stomachs, we have one stomach. I'm just saying. I know a lot of vegans and vegetable lovers get a little bit mad, but it's so weird because I always grew up thinking broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, all that stuff was healthy because that's what it was told to me. And from like a micronutrient standpoint, it's not terrible for you, but you have to eat such a large volume of it to even get those minerals and nutrients in that, like, I don't know. Like I said, like, you know your digestive tract, and I just don't fart anymore, really, unless I eat something completely out of the ordinary. But not having broccoli, like, I'm telling you, you guys are eating broccoli and you're sitting in bed and you're farting. And I mean, it's just, for me, what is that telling me? Well, my body's not digesting it well. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So if you're the whole time, what does that mean? That means your body's not digesting something well, and you probably shouldn't be eating it. So everything you've been told, everything you've learned about nutrition, health, take it with a grain of salt. Try it for yourself, see what you like, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you. What works for me may not work for you. And you know, the coolest thing about the time we live in is there's all this information out there. So do the best you can with it, and honestly enjoy the process. Figuring out what's best for you and learning as time goes on is the best thing. Any questions, any comments, any concerns, feel free to drop a comment below. If you like this content and you want more content like this, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you guys soon, and God bless. Have a great day.